Well, Windows reset OBS sounds back to defaults.
So it's Windows. It's Windows problem.
Yes.
Windows is fuck.
Well, it's a combination of Windows and OBS. Not sure what they're doing with each other. Okay. There we go. We should be fixed now.
Can you hear me now, Twinsy?
Hello.
Can I be heard?
Hello.
Bueller.
Me.
Bueller.
If you can hear us,
Yes.
there we go.
Okay. So, anyway, Celesta's taking Sebastian into the back rooms to do some repairs on Sebastian. What is Thalia doing in this strange interdimensional space?
I am going to go. Thalia's gonna go find like the nearest comfy looking thing. And she's gonna go pass out.
That would be the pillow pit.
Oh, the pillow pet.
Next to Nessa in the pillow pit.
Good.
Yeah, sleepover. Sleepover.
All right. So, how many hours are you putting into working on Sebastian here?
At the very least, I would like to diagnose to see how long it would take me to fix him.
Okay, let's make that an Arcana check. And you're not proficient with Tinker's tools, so you're not getting any benefits
Would it be
there.
Tinker's tool?
I mean, I would think it would be Tinker's tools to try to diagnose him. And
I would have thought it would be medical tools, but
well, if you were working with a,
It is a magical construct.
if
He's
you're
a
working on a
magical construct. It
person,
would be
I would say
Tinker's.
medical.
yes, but he's made of flesh. He is a construct, but he's made of flesh. So, like, if he was made of stone, I'd be saying Mason's tools. If he was made of metal, I'd say Smith's tools.
Well, you don't got proficiency
So,
in either of them, so
No, I don't. So, I assume that the Arcana one, though, I can just make with my proficiency because I'm just
Yes.
trying to figure him out.
yes, you're just not getting the extra on top.
16.
Okay. With a 16, you do notice that a lot of the nerves that lead into the right arm that has been disconnected are just shot. They are torched.
I imagine they're like little metal wires.
Yeah.
Ooh, real torched up.
To
I
give
assume
you an
a bunch of
idea.
them are like all disconnected and melted
Oh yeah.
together.
There are some things that are melted together that shouldn't be melted together. So to give you an idea, is that repairing Sebastian will probably take about 20 hours of work, which will roll on whenever you have downtime. Anything that is with a DC of 10, anything of 15 or more will be considered a double effort.
Okay.
Anything
would I be
5 or
able to
below
use-
will be will remove time.
Okay. Would I be able to use a medicine check
Uh,
to do this?
we can do medicine for those, but with this I'm gonna say that with today being your diagnostic one, that's going to be what you spent your time doing.
How long does it take to diagnose him?
For the diagnosis, I would say it probably takes about an hour or two.
Okay.
You're really figuring out, okay, what the fuck did I do here? How bad is my
Yeah,
boy?
There's a lot of notes going down in arcane scripting and lots of diagrams being drawn of his inner workings. I'm starting to like basically I'm basically going, okay, here's how all of this works now just by looking at him. And I'm starting to piece together how my dad made this guy.
Yeah.
It's like looking at an old, like a car that you've never worked on before, and you're just
An-
trying to take notes.
An
so you
old
know how it works.
1940s Oldsmobile.
No, dude. Nah, dude. He's brand new. This is a fucking Tesla, and you've been working on Oldsmobiles your whole life, and now you gotta figure out how a Tesla works.
Yeah, the other end of the spectrum.
Exactly. Okay.
All right.
I do assume that he can rest and recover somewhat on his own as well, to a degree.
He will get about 2 hours a night on rest.
Got it. Okay. I did forget to press that button for long rest, but now he's long rested.
So he has 18 hours remaining.
Okay.
Come the next morning, let's roll a simple perception check for the first ones who are waking up here. Who's gonna be first waking up in the morning?
It'll probably be me.
Is there a role? Is there a role I should probably do for like whether I wake up early or not, or whether I sleep in because I just almost died?
I'm
Con-
with
Constitution
daily
save.
because I have like so many levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, Valk is still out. 5 more minutes. Okay.
Here's my Constitution save.
All right, you got a nat 20, so you can either wake up at the crack of dawn ready for a fight, or you can sleep in. That is your choice.
I'm gonna wake up at the crack of dawn ready for a fight because the last thing I remember was fighting the fucking like Yetis. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna reach for my sword, which isn't there because it was stripped off my body because I'm right now just in my Gamberson.
You wake up and grab a pillow like it's a sword.
I just grab the pillow in both hands and I'm like, where's the Yeti? Where's the Yeti?
I just kind of grab a pillow and shuffle it under my cheek and go back to sleep.
Yeah, 5 more minutes.
No,
I'm not in there.
I'm gonna flavor this here. Nessa grabbed the pillow that was under Thalia's head. And then Thalia just grabbed another pillow, shoved it under her head, and went back into sleep.
Yep.
That's what happened.
I am standing in the kitchen, which you can see from where you're at, and I'm just pouring some hot water into a tea container, and I'm adding a tea bag to it. I'm making myself a pot of tea right now.
Okay. I
And
am
just
going to do a
look over
perception
at
check.
you.
I
I
will
just
do a
look over at
perception
you
check
for
because
a
I
second.
don't know what my surroundings are.
I would also like to make a perception check.
Okay.
Said I
So
I don't notice much.
with the 21, Celesta notices that the 2 new companions and the halfling girl are gone. With the 21, you also notice that 2 of the
They left
pillows out of your pillow pile are missing.
I'm missing 2 pillows.
They left us
so
and
they-
stole our pillows.
They tried to steal my pillows. Well, they disappear as
left
soon
us
as
and
they
stole-
leave the doorway, so...
You also do notice 2 healing potions next to the campfire.
Which, by the way, the campfire is a ring of metal with runes that are glowing on it, and it's making a fake, basically a perfectly shaped teardrop campfire, but it's just magical fire.
Yeah, there are 2 health potions missing there in place of the 2 missing pillows.
I moved them to the counter. If I got up before Nessa, I have already moved them to the counter.
Yeah. Celesta probably definitely still got up before Nessa. Let's be honest here.
I
Okay.
didn't sleep in the pillow pet. I slept in a bed.
But
Hey, the pillow pit was pretty comfy though.
with a 14, you are in an area that you haven't noticed before. It is a very well organized and tidy area, with the tear-shaped fire in the middle, with with you surrounded by pillows and a very tired and grumpy Thalia.
Does
Every
the
single
space in the area
wallpaper-
just radiate I was gonna say, does the space area just radiate Celesta? Like, does the
Yes.
organization of everything
So-
just radiate Celesta? Okay, so I don't feel as now that I've noticed all of that, and I noticed, oh wait, this totally looks like a place that Celesta would dream of. I'm not gonna be as worried
Every
anymore, and
single
I'm gonna slowly
wall-
put down the pillow.
Every single wall is covered in every book she's ever read. Like there are all sorts of shelves and stuff with all the books she's ever read, and little tiny tchotchkes and knickknacks from her adventures and stuff all along the walls and stuff. It's a very
reminds me of my
cozy
childhood bedroom.
Yeah, it's got
Or my
cozy
bedroom at
vibes,
home.
like
That was-
cozy librarian vibes.
Dahlia grew up
Oh,
on
and
fairy
sorry,
tales.
there's
Oh my gosh, they all grew up on fairy tales.
There's two bay windows, by the way, like on opposite sides of the room. One next to the door, and then one on the opposite side near the back on the other side of the kitchen. Right, which the one near the kitchen has a set of benches around a kitchen table, and you can see out the two windows, and it's the view from a tall mountain peak somewhere with snow all around, and you can see like pine trees and stuff, and it's not the same area you're in right now because you can
So it's
see
definitely not the
ocean
mountain we
from
just
here.
came off of.
No, but you can see the ocean from here, and it's very beautiful, and you can see a ship just kind of sitting in one of the harbors.
Alright, Nessa's gonna slowly put down the pillow. Glance around one more time and be like, where are our new friends? It's Dumbbuck, he was a cool guy. Wait, did I ever learn the Dumbbuck's name? I don't know if I don't
I'm
think
sure
I
you
ever learned
did.
Dumbbuck's name.
He introduced himself
Before I
and
passed
talked in
out?
the third person, so
I think it was before
Oh,
you
yeah,
passed
no.
out.
it was before you passed out. Yeah.
Okay. Aw, Dumbbuck was a cool guy. He reminded me a little bit of a dumber goblin slayer.
I've never met the Goblin Slayer, but if he's like Dumbbuck, then I suppose he can't be all bad.
I mean, he's married to, shit, why can't I remember his husband's name now?
Gorbok?
Gorbok. Gorbok.
Wait, was
Yeah.
he the fellow who comes in full plate armor?
Yeah, always wearing his helmet. His face is pretty plain.
Ah. Yeah, see, I never talked to him so much as I know a lot about him.
He has a regular name, but we all just call him Goblin Slayer. It's easier.
Yes, Obira.
Yeah, I'm still gonna call him Goblin Slayer. I cannot pronounce that.
It's not that difficult, I say, pouring her a glass of tea. Would you like some tea?
You've read all of these books. Yes, I would like some tea.
Now,
Thank you
Nessa,
for the tea.
Nessa, I would say you wouldn't know that I've read all these books. You would just know that there's thousands
lot of
books
books.
in here. Yeah, they're
True.
everywhere.
There's a lot of books. But then again, when they met, she was reading a book.
Yes. And you do
So,
notice that there
no-
is a book open on the counter that I've been reading while steeping the tea.
So Celeste's got it in her head. Oh, she reads books. Obviously, she's read all of these books.
Yeah.
Because Nessa's not that smart. She likes to
So-
jump to a conclusion.
So, Nessa, what do you think of my home?
He's nice. Better than the room I got back in Oakhurst, that's for sure.
Well, it's not quite an accurate representation of my father's summer lodge, but it's pretty close. It's one of my favorite places.
Oh, I thought you meant this was your actual home. I thought we just like teleported.
Well, this
Damn,
is
you made this?
Yes, using magic.
My girlfriend's
bit-
so talented.
It's a bit smaller than I would have liked, but eventually I'll learn the spell needed.
It's cozy.
Thank you.
Cozier it is, the more we get to cuddle up.
And there's a nice warm place to do
I know
so.
you like to cuddle.
There's a smile on her face, and her eye twitches just a little bit as she kind of gives you a bit of a glare.
don't look like that, Sugar. See, you're prettier when you smile.
Murderous
And that's
death
the point
glare.
that Thalia waits
Instantly
up.
transformed into a murderous death glare.
Those wand with murderous intent.
Yes.
Okay,
Twins with
okay.
murderous intent.
Sorry.
At that
Sorry.
point,
Love you.
Thalia wakes up and comes in and goes, I don't know what I just heard. I do not understand this nonsense. She says, waving at your guys' general direction. But if I ever hear that again, I am going to cast a spell on someone, and it is not up to you what spell I cast.
Would you like some tea, dear?
Please.
I pull an extra large teacup out of the cabinet and pour her some tea.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Also, as a friendly reminder to Valk, just because she has used it a while, you do still have your deck.
Ooh, do
That
you want
deck
to pull out
is-
the deck?
I
That
think
deck
I'm
killed
going to
a
pass
man.
for now.
That deck killed a man.
A
But yes,
woman,
I do want to pull
yes.
from the deck.
So yeah, while sipping her tea, Thalia is gonna sit there and shuffle her deck.
Okay.
Nessa's not going to back away from the challenge. It may have killed a man, but it can't kill Nessa, right?
Oh no.
How many?
Nessa's gonna pull.
At full health, theoretically, there shouldn't be anything in this deck that will kill you. I believe.
Nessa's gonna pull. Just one card for now, but Nessa's gonna pull.
One card?
One card.
I've rolled on the table, and we have
Yeah, Helly, I'm
pulled.
not using my usual thing. I'm gonna need assistance tonight.
Yep. We have pulled the King of Clubs, also known as Chaos.
Okay, what does this King of Clubs do?
Give me 1 second.
So, the King of Clubs, Chaos, you gain resistance to... Let's see. Let me roll a dice real quick, because, funny numbers.
I like your funny math rocks, Magic Man.
You've gained resistance to acid damage for the next 12 hours. Actually, no, sorry, for the next 11 days.
Jesus. That's good. Acid
yeah,
damage.
it is days. What the hell?
It is days. I don't know why it's days. Maybe because it's chaos.
Dude. Dude.
Thanks for the lurk, Gus.
Oh, we got Gus lurking. What's up, Gus?
I appreciate
That
the
is a
bandwidth.
cool card.
Yes, so you have gained
Yeah,
acid
good.
resistance for the next 11 days.
You're saying I could dive into the stomach of something and not take as much damage.
You will take half damage. But no, half damage of 300 is still 150. Half of a shit ton is still a shit ton.
Yeah, just be careful with that. You're not invincible, but it does help. By the way, the tea that I have poured is like a very soothing jasmine tea.
This is not a fire.
Jasmine.
This is not a fire resist potion. You cannot go swimming in lava.
Anyway, I will roll. I will pull a card, Helly.
Ooh, yay, more cards. You have pulled the Knight. I find where that one is in the listing.
Cool.
You've gained a dark vision for the next 8 hours.
Nice. I don't think any of us have dark vision. That would be useful.
If that is correct, none of you do.
No, none of us. I think the
Except
only
for
one of us who did
Sebastian.
was Sebastian.
And,
And that's
he,
why I have the light on my antler.
and Sebastian's a little, in repair.
Yeah.
Plus,
That'll be useful then.
Sebastian can't speak.
He also cannot speak.
We should teach Sebastian sign language. Oh, but none of us could actually see it in the dark anyway. Maybe we
Are you
shouldn't teach
fluent
Sebastian
in
sign language. I am fluent in whatever the hell Nan taught me of Thieves' Cant.
That is not sign language. And also, if you
Oh, I
try
thought-
if you try using that
Oh,
thieves
yeah,
can't
Nan's-
as normal thieves can,
Nan's,
they aren't gonna know
Nan's
shit
Thieves'
what you're
Cant is a little
saying.
weird. I forgot that Nan's Thieves' Cant is not standard
Isn't
Thieves'
not
Cant.
real
Thieves'
Thieves' Cant.
regional?
Thieves
Thieves' Cant is usually regional, but it can be picked up if you're actually fully fluent in Thieves' Cant. You can pick up on different dialects of it. But in the case of Nessa, she just kind of got the region to which Nan did it.
which yeah, ain't
Which
gonna do a
means
whole
I
lot.
may be able to actually figure out the regular Thieves' Cant at some point.
Well, you need to get in a group.
Take-
You need to have
take
spend a
off
lot of
on
time with a
Rogue and you can
thief
figure it out.
first.
A lot more than you
Was
did.
it take a level on Rogue and you'll be able to figure it out.
Paladin Rogue.
It all makes
Yeah,
sense
no,
now.
I will only ever take I think I will only ever end up taking a level in Rogue if I become an Oathbreaker. Because that is exactly the direction that I think Nessa would go as an Oathbreaker. Dive into Rogue.
She can never escape the rogue family. It just took longer than the others.
It just took longer than me. Well, the Rogue family found family specifically because, honestly, I'm already deviating from the path of my parents, who are winemakers. Who wanted me to become a winemaker.
If we're being honest here, if you break your oath as a paladin, that won't help you become a thief because your god is basically one that would appreciate you being a thief. Probably.
That's
But
more
Dionysus-
Hermes than Dionysus.
Eh,
That's true.
Dionysus is more revelry.
That's fine. You can
All
become a bard.
But no, but see that's not oath
Yeah, I
breaking
see.
though.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Do you break your oath to Dionysus? Stay a
You
virgin?
go sober.
Oh,
That ship sailed.
yeah, that ship's long-sailed. Well, it's specifically an Oath of Glory paladin. So, basically,
Deviating from
Yeah,
the tenets of
walking
the
away from-
glory.
cowardice, like active cowardice, would be how I would break my oath.
Note to self: make an oath of glory paladin that's kind of a coward.
And that's just an oath breaker.
Yeah, no.
You're just making an oath
He
breaker.
still does it. He still does it because it's his oath. But goddamn, is he scared every time he does it?
You're
I don't want to
making
do
a
this. I don't want to do
Luigi,
this.
or
Yeah.
Making like a Luigi or like a Shaggy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, exactly.
Hey. Any case,
That'd be great.
after your tea, what is the party going to do now that they are at the foot of Kelvin's Cairn?
Well, we finished our thing. Did the guy that we saved disappear as well?
Nope, he is in a little hovel of a hut that he's got up outside.
We did invite him in, right?
You did. He's just like
We invited everyone in.
He's like,
He
this
doesn't do
magic
magic
shit's
doors,
weird.
That's
If-
entirely fair.
Honestly, poor poor guy. His entire the party of mercenaries he invited is half dead, and the rest abandoned him. Poor dude.
He got his payment.
He got what he wanted. He deserved. Well, he got what he earned. You know, he got what he came here for.
All right, now we gotta escort him home.
I'm definitely gonna go out there and knock on his door at some point. I'm gonna get ready though. Like I'm gonna properly get ready now. I have a bath. I have a shower. I have a proper shower and stuff. So I'm gonna get fully ready. It's gonna take me about an hour and a half.
Well, luckily you are still at the early mornings after Nessa woke up, like, ready to swing a pillow at somebody.
Exactly. And I do.
Oh, I need to go find my sword. Where did my sword end up?
Yeah, I'm going to point out that there are two small bathrooms in this place. One is in the room where I fixed up Frederick. There's a bed there that I can sleep in. A bed for him.
So you mean Sebastian?
He can sleep in. Sebastian. And then there's a little,
Sebastian.
Full cleaning area. That's
I guess Sebastian.
Shower and stuff. And then on the other side, there's basically a room with like 4 beds in it and a small ensuite shower and toilet. Like it's a nice little bathroom area that's kind of off the side and connected to the hallway.
I guess Sebastian.
So I'm gonna point out the other shower and say, hey, you guys can also use that bathroom, or Nessa, you can come with me.
You don't have to ask me twice.
I guess that means the other one's mine.
Yeah, all of the rooms in here are like 10 feet high, by the way. And the doors go all the way to the roof, so you don't really have to duck much to get into places. And you can kind of move sideways through the doors all right.
That might be my favorite character design.
just real big and
awkward.
wide.
Very Piccolo. Very Piccolo. I suggest a 50-degree angle for doors.
Very Wario.
Yeah, crowds are a problem, and I suggest a 50-degree angle for doors. Wario, it's not a problem for Wario. It's a problem for everyone around Wario.
Well, no, see, Wario's got issues with doors because of just how thick he is.
He can't even turn sideways because he's exactly circular. Like he's got an actual equator. Dude, I'm just imagining all the doors in his house are like squares.
No, they're all circles.
They're all circles. They're egg-shaped. They're bigger at the bottom. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get ready, like properly get ready and clean up and feel good for a little bit because it's been a nasty travel for a while.
Y'all did get your asses kicked in the last 2 encounters.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to properly, take care of my horns, take care of my antlers.
All while just being tired as hell.
Yeah. And especially more importantly, I put more emphasis on all my traveling gear, all my buckles, my straps, making sure that no.
I was gonna say you're just okay. You're just repairing your gear. I was like, you're taking a shower with your gear on.
No, I'm doing.
I mean, fair, but okay.
And also with the antlers, you use a dry brush. Because you wouldn't want to get the velvet wet.
Yeah. Because my traveling clothes are really dirty, I fold them up into a space that's 5 by 5 by 5 ish, and I'm gonna cast prestidigitation. Is that it?
Yes, prestidigitation.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to clean it off. And if it doesn't all fit through that, I'm basically doing multiple little, I'm just laying them out on my bed and cleaning those sections of it.
Yeah, and prestidigitation's a cantrip, but you can just cast it 1,000 times. It's like, all right, and go.
Just, I like to imagine
Nessa
she
said it-
snaps once, and it just over the next 10 seconds just cleans all of her clothes and gear and stuff. Like everything is being cleaned up. Her hat, everything, just like nice little clean polish,
Nessa,
nice and soft and
Nessa's
comfy.
just over there with a rag, scrubbing down her armor.
I'm
sitting
not
on the
cast
bed, just-
prestidigitation on her armor for her. As I,
So,
as I,
Well, I almost had it.
Daily, as you are scrubbing through your armor, you do notice in your shoulder pauldron is a very fancily carved E marked into it.
a fancily carved.
That wasn't there before?
What wasn't there?
Oh, it would make sense because there's a carving in my armor. It wasn't there before.
Can
this
I
is
look
like-
at this and see if it's a rune, Helly?
Sure. Make an Arcana check. It's not a rune.
It's not a rune.
Because
It's
this
a
armor we got commissioned in one of the towns is
Daily, if you want to make a
yeah.
history check to see if you've ever noticed that before.
and see if I remember where I got this armor because it's not the armor that I got from Oakhurst. Because it's different armor. It's new armor.
Is this my dad's signature?
I know shit.
With 11,
That's not your dad's name.
you have not seen. You don't remember seeing this mark before.
Do I at
Oh,
least remember where I got the armor?
This armor you did get from Phandalin.
It was from Phandalin, but that's not enough. What was the name of the blacksmith? I can't remember the name of the blacksmith. Who's the blacksmith?
Have I seen
Where's
this mark
the
before? Maybe
blacksmith?
not necessarily her armor, but like connected somewhere else in my history.
Nope, you have not seen this mark before.
Just looks like some sort of maker's mark, right?
It's something like that.
Does it
Like
seem
someone
like
just
it's
stamped
over
an
a
E
spot
into
where it
metal,
was
or
repaired?
Now
does it look like it was
Does it-
chiseled in, or does it look like it was stamped in?
it was looks like it was etched in with a knife.
Okay. Well, who do you
So there's
know that
nothing magic
has
about
an
it.
E in their name? I didn't see any magical energy or runes around it. It just looks like an E.
Should I roll a history check to see if there's any people I know with an E? Like I know Daly knows who possibly could be, but Nessa is just a little bit dumb. She remembers Dumb Buff. She has no idea what the other chick's name was.
You-
No history check.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Who am I?
Nessa has a small crisis of self. Actually, that's
No,
a
no, no,
history check?
no. And then this was a history. This was a history check. So Nessa is just stuck on what she was saying before. Who was the blacksmith? Who was the blacksmith? Who was the blacksmith?
Okay, all right. Calm down. Calm down.
Remember the fucking blacksmith we ordered this from? Who the fuck was the blacksmith?
Where did you order this blacksmith? Maybe I've gone to him. Was
Vandalin.
he never went to? I've
It was
never
in-
been there.
It was in Phandalin. It was Phandalin.
Never
I
been
know
there
it was
in my entire
Phandalin.
life. I didn't even know there was.
It was
a
paid for
blacksmith
by
in
Goblin
Phandalin.
Slayer. Goblin Slayer was generous and got me better armor. Because I was
And
using
Goblin
shitty
Slayer
armor from
didn't
Oakhurst.
modify your armor.
I mean, he's fixed it a couple times. He showed me how to fix it, but I don't think he's ever modified it. And also, that's not the first letter of his name, right?
No. No,
Okay.
his name is Obira Sayer.
Yeah, who the fuck's name starts with E?
Besides,
I don't know.
Slayer has
I'm
a
very
maker's
confused.
mark. He would have used his maker's mark if he put his name in it.
This is a mystery getting written down in the notebook to be solved later. As Nessa pulls out her journal to write it down.
I am now. I'm
Okay,
gonna take this moment to clean
quest.
her armor for her, Helly. As soon as she turns her back from it, it's clean. Polished, the
Fuss
leather's
here, okay.
perfectly ready to go. Like it's been conditioned and everything. Like this is nice, clean,
marked
cleaned armor.
my armor with an E.
And no, this is a very fancy looking E.
So
With
it's like someone chiseled a very
fancy
fancy E.
E.
Scratched a fancy E. So like with a knife. How do you carve such an Oh, this is weird. Oh wait. Carved by a knife, it's really intricate. Helly, is there any god associated with an E like this and knives?
Roll me religion, and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, we'll see what happens from there. Religion check 16.
Okay. Hey, with that, hey, Devin, hey, you're not 100% sure, but you're pretty sure that might be a religious symbol, or at least the architecture around it might be.
I don't think
Wait,
probably
I just-
at one point read a book about this. But
Daily, as a player, has remembered that the Greek goddess of chaos does have a name that starts with an E. Do I remember what the name is? No. The only reason I know is because of the movie Sinbad. Good movie, by the way.
Good movie, by the way.
DreamWorks.
I need to get the sending spell as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just keep that in the back of my head. This is an important detail. Something weird happened, and now also Nessa's entire armor is really clean. And I'm gonna go into the bathroom and take my shower.
All right. So after the hour and a half of investigating puzzles and shower.
Oh, it's now 2 hours, definitely. I took longer in the shower to think it over.
Well, Nessa washed your hair.
Mm-hmm. Infinite hot water.
All right. Are y'all gonna go out to meet your friend outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Outside, you see Garrick going about and playing with Boy and tending to your sled dogs.
Oh, he's such a nice guy.
As soon as we all step outside of the mansion, I'm going to dispel it. And I'm going to walk up to him.
Bit of a far way out of that magical doorway, are you?
If you wanted, you could have had breakfast with us.
Hey, don't always trust magic. You never know what's on the other side of those sorts of things.
That's very fair. I can understand.
So
that.
you're saying you don't want stew from the stew pot?
I'll pass. He says
Fair.
quizitoringly.
Fair point.
Oh, Helly, could I put Sebastian's arm in a sling?
Sure.
Keep it out of his way. Just like basically in a sling and then strapped to his chest so it doesn't move around much.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're tending up Sebastian, Garrett also walks up to you and says, "Hey, middle of the night, I had this tossed at me with a note to say to give it to the wizard and hands over a leather-bound book.
Okay. I take the book and the note, and I'm going to open up the note.
The note just says, "Give this to the wizard."
I smile, nod, close up the note, stick it in the front of the book, and open up the book.
The
So
book
I'm going
is
to examine the book.
the book is a spell book.
Ooh. What spells are in it?
It is Alter Self, Cloud of Daggers,
Ooh.
Comprehend Languages,
Useful.
Detect Magic, Expeditious Retreat, Scorching Ray, Shield, Suggestion, and Tenzer's Floating Disc.
Wow.
That's a
Dang.
lot.
That's a lot of
Holy
really
crap.
good spells right there.
Yeah. What's the catch?
Helly? No, I know the catch. The catch is I have to spend money to transfer them into my spell book.
It also though the catch was this was the spell book that your cleric friend found on the corpse that she kept for herself for a little bit.
Oh, that's true.
So you already completed the catch.
Well, yeah. The real catch is how much it's going to cost me to transfer the spells. But Helly, can't I cast out of this spell book?
I don't actually remember the rules with multiple spell books.
I'm gonna look it up.
That's what I'm also going to do.
Don't you have to have prepared spells though?
Wizards have all of their spells kind of prepared. That's the point of the spell book.
You have multiple books. It's common among higher level wizards who can afford it to make copies of your spell book in case you lose it. It is, you can spend 1 hour and 10 GP for each level of the copied spell.
Well, it sounds
Okay,
like copying
so
your spell book though.
Well, that's for replacing your spell book.
Yeah, and so that's only if it's in your notation. So it's just copying, it's the same cost as copying a spell scroll.
Let's look at this one. I'm not seeing anything from there. I would say that if you're using two spell books, you will need to make sure which spell book you have in your hand.
Yes.
You can only cast spells from that spell book, and if it is a rush situation, like, oh shit, I, panic, we'll need to make a type of insight check to see which spell book you pull.
Got it.
Because while yes, they may be different, you're also panicking as grab the first fucking book.
Okay, will you please message me that spell book, and I will see how I can do that here.
Give me just a second. There you go. With that going on, and
Alter Self, Cloud of Daggers, Comprehend Languages, Detect Magic. Okay.
Should start getting back to town. Well, we still got what little bit of sun we still got.
I suppose you're correct. I'm gonna turn over. Look, I'm gonna finish like tying off Sebastian's arm a little bit, and then like stand up, put the spell book I've put the spell book in my backpack, and then I'm gonna go over and start to the best of my ability, getting the dogs and the sled hooked back up.
And I
Okay.
imagine that's what Nessa went to help our dude with.
Okay.
Don't remember his name.
Garrett.
Nessa's not very smart. Garrett.
I'll, Daily, go ahead and roll me animal handling with advantage.
Yay, I'm helping.
How do I roll with advantage again?
Just roll twice. You got a 15. A
Beautiful.
above average work.
Nice. I love animals. I don't do well with them, but I love them.
All right, so dogs are all hitched up to the sled. Yeah. Are you gonna have Sebastian steer the reins, or is he just gonna be sitting in the
No.
back still?
Nessa's
He's-
doing that. Nessa has proficiency with land vehicles.
He's gonna sit right next to Nessa with a javelin in his hand.
Okay.
He has one hand and he has javelins.
I mean, it works. If it works,
Yep.
it works, right?
Hey, it works. He's got
It works.
3 of them. And he's got the other 2 on his kind of stuck the butts of them in between his arm and his body. So he's still holding them, but he has the javelin in one hand.
All right. So now the question is, are you guys going to be taking the more traveled path, or are you going to be beelining it back to dropping off Garrett?
Which one's safer?
More
Safer
travel path.
will be the more traveled path.
How long?
I
What's the
prefer-
time difference?
The more traveled path will take you to Bryn Strander and then up to Targos, which will take about 7 hours. Actually, wait, no. Correction. That will take about 9 hours. The direct path will take about 6.
Why don't we let the guy who knows the wilderness around here lead us?
I honestly don't think that that's a big enough hour difference to risk getting him back home.
Yeah, I think safety's better.
And Ness is also the one driving. And while I'm confident in my fighting prowess, I have driven a cart maybe 4 times in my life.
You've woken up on the back of mules
This is
plenty
a
of
sled.
times.
You've,
I'm walking
no,
from
you've
back of those
driven
plenty of
plenty
times,
of
yes.
carts, but this is your first sled.
But this is a sled.
Yeah.
So I would like to get the hang of the sled first. But like just one ride of the sled, and then I will be an expert. I promise. Proceeds not to learn anything from about driving a sled.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. That means we're all in agreement. We're going the safety path.
Yeah.
Of well-traveled roads.
Yeah.
All right. So taking the
Now I'm breaking my oath of glory to admit that there are things I cannot do.
congratulations, you're an oath breaker.
Now you can admit to your own faults.
I'm talking
Yeah, I
shit.
can do my own faults. I'm just also gonna fight past my own faults by learning.
All right. So the more traveled path is going to take us some time to get to the path between Seer Koenig and Seer Dynevol. And then we will be entering our way into Seer Dynevol. Is there anything you guys wish to do here, or are we just going to be passing right on through? It's been about an hour and a half at this point.
Oh, pushing through for sure, right?
Yeah, I say passing through.
Yeah.
I mean, do we have anything we need to do in Caer Dineval? I don't think so. Not right now.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I can remember that we
isn't where the moose was.
No, the moose,
Moose-
was up in Lonelywood,
Moose is in Lonelywood.
Yeah.
which is where you were heading, and then got attacked by a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to that once we finish up with this.
And
Okay. Passing through Dineville, it is another 5 hours to then get to Bryn
goats have
Shander.
anything to do with the talking wolf?
Yeah, there was a talking dog. I remember that.
I don't know if
Anyways,
it's
we're
talking
going
dog,
to
I think it was a
Bryn-
talking goat.
It was a talking something.
Pretty sure. It was a goat. Pretty sure it was a goat. Anyway, continue.
All right. So after another 5 hours, you guys have made it to Bryn Shander.
We're bringing him to his husband.
All right. So that's gonna take us to.
Honey, I'm trash.
Honey, I'm home.
That's gonna take us to Targos, which is gonna be another hour of travel. So after the grueling 8-ish hours, we have made it.
Yeah,
With breaks to pee, right?
Of
With
course.
breaks to
Yeah.
pee.
yeah. There's pee breaks and there's snack breaks.
You've all made it back to here.
Yay!
Woo!
All right. And once you get into town, Garrett goes back to his home, meeting with his husband Keegan.
Husband.
Between. Between.
Are you? I'm assuming you two are going to go follow.
Yeah, we're
Garrett.
gonna go
We'll
with.
stay
We need to make
outside
sure he
the
makes it
door.
safe. Yeah, outside the door, but it's like we do need to do like full. Yeah.
Ah. Thank you for bringing Garrett back home. Me quickly run inside and see if I can get you something for your travels here.
This was an escort
Very well.
mission. We had to make sure we finished the escort all the way
Yeah,
to the door.
that's the job.
After a few minutes, Keegan comes out with 4 Scrimshaw figurines.
As soon as he closes the door behind him to go inside, Celesta looks at Nessa and says, "Is this where we walk away?"
I mean, we could.
Do you really think they're going to be able to give us like a great reward and that it wouldn't be financially dangerous for them?
I mean, even if it's something small, it's kind of rude to not let them show their appreciation, right?
I would prefer it to be small, but I don't know. It seems like we saved his husband. Maybe he might go a little far with it.
I
And
mean,
then the door creaks open.
we could always say no.
We can always say no. The door opens. In his hands, he holds out I don't necessarily say hand-sized, but slightly bigger than hand-sized wooden box.
Oh. I'm gonna very gently pick up the box. Is there like a latch on it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a wooden jewelry box kind of design.
I'm gonna open it up.
All right, inside are 4 Scrimshaw figurines.
Oh my god, I love them.
There is a spouting whale, a smiling fox, a pair of dancing hares, and a walrus with the words "Big Love" carved into it.
Celesta is getting the big, like, excited anime girl eyes right now. Just like
These are
looking
so
at
cute.
These are then like shows Nessa and
Oh,
Ben.
yeah.
These are so cute.
Talia.
Hello, Dad. They're so cute.
Look at these. They're so. Look at the. She's just like stumbling. She's just loving these.
She loves them. She thinks they're great. Thank you very much.
Thank you for bringing Gareth back home. I was getting worried sick about him.
Yeah, I'd feel the same if this little cutie pie disappeared on me.
Frozen.
all
Instantly
Like,
frozen in
and
place.
Nessa wraps her arm around her and just squeezes her tight.
all of the love that was initially in her eyes of these Trishals is now gone.
The
Hey,
lid
hey,
closes
Ellie.
slowly.
Ellie,
Yes.
Rex does not have to be.
Oh, what?
Can I shoot firebolt at her feet and purposefully miss?
Yes.
I want to do that.
You don't even need to roll to attack. Because you're deciding to miss. It's a warning shot.
Hey, what was that for?
Yeah. The nicknames.
Holy, she's my girlfriend. Can't give her nicknames.
No. I don't think it's ever come up before. Helly.
Cold.
What are your rules with
Fair, but
PvP?
cold.
I mean, I typically don't go for PvP, but if PvP were to happen, then it's turn-based combat.
Why are we getting into a fight?
We
Out
are
of
not.
character
I was
here.
just. We're not. I was just curious because I was like, I don't see any other reason other than like a warning shot that would come up because it's not our play style.
Yeah, like a warning shot. That's not enough grounds to start initiative unless there's retaliation.
Yeah, no, Nessa's just to getting shot at with variety of things like spells and arrows. She's not really gonna fight back if it's a friend.
So is she shooting at me or at
She-
Nessa?
Both.
Nessa.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
okay.
specifically Nessa.
Hey, what's that for? Can't give my girlfriend nickname? Harsh.
I
Fair.
learned you this morning. What the? Oh
She's
shit.
Well,
the awkward silence that hangs between everyone here.
I'll leave you lovebirds back to it. Thank you again so much.
Have a nice day, sir. I think that went well.
Celestia looks up at Nessa, takes a deep
What?
breath, breathes out. You're lucky
What
I
did
love
I
you.
say?
And then
Aw,
turns
love
around
me.
and walks away.
Wait, where are you going?
To find an inn.
Smart. My girlfriend's very smart.
It is.
This has got.
It's 4 in the afternoon now.
Which
But
means the sun's going down.
The what sun? remember your daylight hours are from like 6 to 10. Maybe 8 to noon.
Damn, son.
Eternal twilight.
It's great.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for an inn, Helly. I don't remember anything about a talking goat meme as a player, but was there an actual moment where an animal talked to us other than the dog that gathered
It's
some
when-
stuff?
Well, so there was.
Well, it's when you almost killed Sebastian.
Yeah, so there was talking goats and an elk when you were jumped by the snow druid.
Wait, one of them was an elk?
There was 2 goats and an elk.
The elk talked?
Yes, all 3 of them talked.
They all said something.
I just remember the goat saying something about the Flavenhoven.
Helly, do I know of any magic that can enlighten animals like that?
Roll me Arcana.
Click. Arcana.
Yes, you do know of a spell that can awaken animals.
Makes sense. Filing that away under the. Huh. That druid is actually pretty interesting.
It's funny enough, the spell was called Awaken.
Yeah. Just go,
I had a
"Oh, I know
halfling
that
whose
spell.
whole
I know
goal was
that
to learn the spell Awaken. Just to give her companion. Sentient. It was a hyena named Tugi.
I'm looking for a tavern or an inn of some kind.
You pull that tab back up here. There is the Alaskan Arms that is located hereabouts.
Okay. And then we're gonna go over there.
As you walk in, the place looks damn near 200 years old.
How damn
Vintage.
near 200 years old does it look?
Does
it look like it's well kept 200 years old, or like it's 200 years old and left alone?
It's got sturdy walls but rotten floorboards.
Oh,
It's
so
the
like my
only one in
house.
town.
It's the only inn in town.
You're right, like I'm right at home. Joy.
Joy. This is nothing like home. Furthest from it. And I'm gonna just take a deep breath at the doorway and walk
I
in with
wonder
a
if
big
this is
fake
what
smile
my
on my
parents'
face.
place looked like before it burned down.
Wait a minute. Spin on
Oh,
my
yeah,
heels.
no,
Turn to that
before-
side. What?
Before I was born, my folks' house burned down and they had to rebuild it.
How do you know that this is what it was like?
Well, I said I wondered if this is what it was like. It was a very old building. My family's lived in there for like so many generations.
How did it burn down? You know what? I'm asking too many questions.
It was cherry pie. It was cherry pie.
An
Honestly,
accidental
that-
burning of a cherry pie. That sounds about right.
It was my mom and her cherry pie.
Which, no, you guys have been to this inn before, I believe. Yeah.
We have.
We've been to this inn
Yes.
before.
You were in this inn before, because you got here at night, you were about to leave, and then you were jumped by Boy.
Yes. So.
Oh
we're
yeah,
back
so we
to the
spent a
same
singular
thing
night here.
again.
Yeah.
We just.
But now that
gonna
we're seeing
walk-
it in more daylight, that's why we're questioning it now. It was pitch
Yeah.
black when we got here last time.
Yeah. We were tired when we got here last time. Now we're not. And we're like not as tired. It's like, oh right. This place is
Oh.
different. I'm gonna use prestidigitation on the bed today. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna order. I guess are we gonna get food and night and board, or are we just getting somewhere to sleep for tonight so we can go out tomorrow?
I don't know about you, but Nessa needs more food. Nessa hasn't eaten since breakfast.
Since
Might as well get lunch while we're here. Or supper while we're here.
did we completely skip lunch?
Yes.
I mean, we just
You
took
rode
tea
for 8
breaks.
hours. You rode for 8 hours.
Well,
Yeah,
usually
no,
during
like, you kinda
traveling,
ate
you
on
take
the
breaks,
trail?
but
You kind of eat on the trail as you walk.
we had
It's-
soup.
When
in
we
a
weren't walking,
pot
we were.
that stayed hot.
I'm gonna say,
All
hey,
we had to do was pop the lid off, get a scoop into a bowl, close it off, sit up.
what
on
about
the
say, Thalia and Celesta might have. Nessa was struggling, was focusing on
Nessa
how
was
steer,
wrangling the dogs the entire
steer.
time. Other than when we break for peeing.
Go straight. No, no,
What do you
no,
want?
no.
No.
I was wrestling the dogs.
Straight. No, left, left. Nope, nope. Too much left. Nope.
It's very responsive. These dogs are very responsive to directions.
Damn.
You're basically driving like a higher end vehicle than you're used to. You're used to like an old ox that's barely going still.
No power steering.
No, it's like
No power.
it's like going from the 95 Tacoma that I learned to drive in to the 2017 Civic that I currently drive.
Pretty much. You got acceleration.
All
you
these
got more
additional-
direction to it.
And all of the different like features like lane keep assist and like
I
adaptive
hate
cruise
that
control.
feature, by the way, I cannot stand that feature. I hate it.
I like it driving on freeways. I do not like it in town. I turned it off in town.
It's useful for
I don't know
long
how to
drive.
turn it off in my car. And I live in the country.
Any
It does
case,
not help in the country.
so
Reeling us back in.
we've got the looking over the menu. There's a variety of different fish-based food items, as well as 4 drinks on their 4 alcoholic drinks on their drinks menu.
What do they have
I
that's
haven't eaten this
non-alcoholic?
much fish in my entire life.
Welcome to Fish Country, Daily. Non-alcoholics are they've got a variety of different types of fruit juices, water, and tea.
I will just have
Probably
a
also
juice.
see like elk on the menu though. Elk and snow deer.
What else do they have that's alcoholic?
Alcoholic, they've got the Steldar's Itch, Dragon's Milk, the Gilligan Special, and Kenku's Claw.
Which one sounds like it's gonna get me a decent buzz, but it's not gonna have me blackout drunk?
Give me one moment here to...
Yeah, like what type of alcohol are we talking? Like concentration wise for each of these?
Is it gonna get a human drunk, an ogre drunk, or a gnome drunk?
So,
Hey,
Uh,
I actually
Am I
beat the
wrong?
gnome in a drinking contest once. Just saying.
Am I wrong though? Those are 3 different drinks.
yeah. So out of
true.
levels of drunkenness, from weakest to strongest, would be Seldar's Itch, which is the lowest alcoholic one there. Then we've got the Gilligan Special, the Kenku's Claw, and then the Dragon's Milk.
Alright, we're gonna go with the Gilligan.
Okay.
How much is that setting me back?
The Gilligan's is 80 silver.
Okay, I've changed my mind. How much is the first one?
The Kenku's and the Solders are both 2. $2 silver.
I'll get the cheapest drink on the menu that isn't the
Right.
Kenku one.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Seldar's
I'm gonna go with the Silders. I'm gonna go with the Selders too.
Okay,
What do
so
I know?
That's a
Now that
lot of
I'm
silver.
Just having a juice.
what was that, Valk?
What do I owe? I'm just having a juice.
For just the juice, eye copper.
So that was 2
For
silver.
no
right?
other reason, this is a reason not to drink.
Yes, so
It is
2
expensive.
silver, 2 silvers for each of the Soldar's Itches. The color of this is it is clear with a white shimmer.
Intriguing.
I think as soon
Sparkly.
as I saw the 5
I think I
copper
like the
from
fact that it's sparkly.
Talia hit the table and I saw the 2 silver in my hand, I'd be like, you know what, I'll have the juice as well. And just put one of the silver down.
I like it. It's sparkly. I like sparkly things. Sparkly things are cool. Like a shiny new sword.
All right, are you drinking it?
I'm drinking it.
All right, it is a clear shot, strong of apple and clove taste.
Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I do need you to roll me a d4.
Oh dear.
It's not bad.
Oh dear. A D4.
You're-
Randomness, chaos.
So, upon drinking, your hands get very warm, and your fingernails grow an extra 2 centimeters.
Fancy. Gonna have to shave these off again, though, because it makes it harder to hold my sword. But fancy. Look, my hands are all dainty like yours, Celesta.
What did you just say? Hold up. I zoned out.
My nails are all dainty like yours, Celesta.
She looks at you, looks down at her very cleanly cut fingernails, looks back at you. Right.
Is this the point where Celesta questions why she chose this partner?
No.
Yes.
no.
No, actually, no. There's been many times
Are
in which
we-
Celesta has
Are
questioned
we
her
still too
affection.
deep in the honeymoon phase where this shit is cute?
So, real quick, to give Ivana some lore about this drink. Drink came from a distiller that had an itchy back that nobody to scratch it.
Oh,
That feels uncomfortable.
You're drinking itchy back man juice, okay? This is the juice made by the man with an itchy back.
Well, they made
And
it
no
so
friends.
they
Itchy
made it
back
so that way
and
they
no
could
friends.
they made it so that way they could scratch their own back.
Lord.
That is.
Go for broke, get the dragon's milk. I'm not listening to you, Ivana. You left me. Your little fairy butt left me.
To be fair, y'all are affording the dragon's milk. That is 25 gold per pint.
I mean, I can afford it.
And yes, you could.
Buy one of them.
You wanna know
I
how
don't
much
want
it is?
to.
You wanna know how much it is for a keg of this?
Jesus.
Probably like 500 platinum.
250 platinum.
Oh, it was close.
Oh, I can buy 2 of them.
Oh shit. I forget you're rich.
All right, and then
And have leftovers.
cost for meals.
What in the world? I've only ever been on this plane. The normal plane.
Look, she hit it big in the stock markets.
Well, no. Well, again,
No, it's-
the half lore is Nessa went up north, and Ivana said, "Fuck this. That's way too cold for me."
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's fine.
I thought it was because I wasn't on a quest anymore, and Ivana was
no.
basically like Navi.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B. Mostly, it's too damn cold.
Usually when I go back to Foundelver, I might find Nirvana again.
Probably.
And
She's probably bothering Goblin Slayer just like the rest of them. He accidentally adopted
Hey,
a family in
fact.
Fandover.
You know for a fact that if Bella doesn't show up often enough, Goblin Slayer will go kidnap her.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
Mostly to get away from Matthias and the fairy at this point.
Nova and Matthias have like a custody agreement going on from when Goblin Slayer like pushes just one too many buttons and they need a break.
Yeah.
They trade.
a dinner is going to be another silver from each of you.
Perfect.
And then
What I assume we just order like it's a bunch of rice and fish or something.
rice and fish, maybe some elk
Actually, there's
sprinkled
far
in
not-
there.
It's tubers and fish with some elk. It's like a surf and turf. It's like potatoes, fish, and elk.
Yep.
Oh, and you got like bulk help in there too, because it's in season.
Yeah.
Which is true, actually. Winter is bulk kelp season, and you can eat it.
I imagine it's got a very earthy taste with lots of like kind of pungent fishiness, and then the elk melts in there and it has that nice meatiness to it.
Yep.
Probably a bunch of salt because
Yeah.
they cooked in salt water, that sort of thing.
Well, salt also just helps keep the meat good.
Yeah. Wow. It's actually not bad. I'm gonna look around the tavern. Is there any other people around here?
Roll me a perception check. 15. You do notice in here is also a. Make sure I can find their race, make sure I have it correct. A fairly older human sitting at one of the tables. You've also noticed that there are rats running around on the floor.
Rats, eh?
Yes.
Catch them, boil them, stick them in the stew pot.
Also, Daily, Ivana has responded to you.
Oh. For that adored you as stealthy, you had to leave nice warm places for places that would turn her into an instant ice
I'm
cube.
not allowed to burn the place down.
Ivana,
Dead is a cancer.
this is my mission. This is my quest. I have to save the fucking world.
Helly,
Yes.
Dead is very loud, right?
Let me relook up Toll the Dead because I don't remember that spell off the top of my head.
Yeah, the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment.
It is definitely. I wouldn't say it's super loud, but it definitely could be heard if you're casting it within a building.
It's like a bong sound effect, right?
I would almost say church bell sound.
Noticeable.
Yeah, like a single very loud church bell,
Yeah.
but from a long distance. So it's like it's not super loud in the area, but it's loud enough most people can hear it.
If you cast it in this building, everybody in the building will hear it.
Cool. I am going to point directly at the biggest mouse and think for a moment, and then look at the bartender and say, "Am I allowed to kill the rats?"
I guess.
Toll the Dead on the biggest rat I see.
Man looks like he is just he's given up on life.
I
Sure.
imagine that the sound kind of like vibrates the dust off of some of the shelves and stuff.
All of your drinks are shaking.
Just a ripple. Do the rats go scurrying away?
Oh yeah, they're all over the place. Although, actually, Toll the Dead, isn't that a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw for a rat.
I mean, yo, for the shit, I have to, I've got to try.
Or does this count as a swarm of rats?
That's how does the wisdom doesn't change. So we're just gonna see what happens with this rat. Oh, whoop, that is not the D20. 14.
That's a failure.
Okay, congratulations. The rat is obliterated.
It's the bell tolls, and the rat stands immediately up on its 2 feet, looks up, and kind of like, for a moment, there's this look of like pure
Instant regret.
instant regret of existence, and then it just falls over dead.
Nah, it explodes. Just...
No, I imagine it doesn't like kill them that way. It kills them like their soul directly. It's necrotic damage.
No.
That's
Right.
fair.
Oh. Hamsters feel 9 flaw, in where if they're filled with too much adrenaline too fast, they'll give themselves a heart attack.
Yeah.
So you can
Damn.
scare your hamster to death.
I imagine told like necrotic damage is like this dark energy that just like pulses and like drains all of the moisture and life force out of you. So just snap, and then it just like instant jerky.
Real quick, Ivana, do you know who those 3 new people in our Discord is, or am I clear to obliterate them? 3 new people
Oh.
popped into the server, and I don't know who they are.
All
and
with interesting names.
yes, they are likely to be obliterated, but I don't know who they are. I'm gonna see if Ivana does, and if they are unknown, because I just got told that one of them may be a DM grabber.
They all seem to have AI generated anime profile pictures.
Yeah, they definitely seem. One of them is a DM grabber. So you're banned.
Vaporize them.
You're obliterated.
Cleanse the server of this filth.
And you're dead. All right, sorry about that. I had to do some Exodia obliteration.
Hey, Vonda, I'm saving the world for you, though. You have a warm place to live with the sun.
All right. Sorry about that sidetrack there. But rooms are going to be another 2 silver. You're likely only getting 2 rooms, so you'll need a total of 4 silver coughed up. Who's paying?
I'll pass over. I'll pass.
Oh, I was just about to check my money bill.
You're breaking up there a little bit, Valk, but I think you said you're paying.
Yeah, that's what they said.
All right.
I'm having some issues. Yes.
Well, if you're having issues, do we want to call it here for the night going into the next morning? A little bit of a shorter session.
Probably. I'm trying to go on computers. Just a little bit.
Yeah, hey, you are breaking this. Yeah, hey, well, we'll call it for the night, and we can go about and start this. We'll bring it back next week. Y'all are getting your long rest. We'll pick it back up in the morning. Sound good?
Sound good.
All right. Well, thank you guys all for tuning in, and we hope to see you all next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.